Hello, happy and smart developers. Welcome to the Coding Boat. This is session 19 of C programming language. Today we are going to learn arithmetic operators. What are those arithmetic operators? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulus operator. These are arithmetic operators. Now let's understand what addition operator does. Addition operator adds two operands. Subtraction operator subtract second operand from first operand. Multiply operator multiply both operands. Division operator divides numerator by denominator. Now remainder operator gives remainder of division. Now let's understand division operator in depth. Division operator divides numerator by denominator. If numerator is integer, denominator is integer, then result will be integer. If numerator is integer, denominator is float, then result will be float. If numerator is float, denominator is integer, then result will be float. If numerator and denominator both are float, then result will be float. So based on this we can come to one conclusion that if numerator and denominator both are integer, then only result will be integer, else result will be float. Now let's move on. Now it is about sign of the result. Let's understand. Note, any one operand is negative. Any one operand, either numerator or denominator, then result will be negative. If both operand are negative, then result will be positive. If both operands are positive, then result is positive. So here we can come to one conclusion that if numerator, either numerator or denominator is having different signs, if any one of numerator or denominator has different sign, then only result will be negative. Now let's move on. Here is one example. Numerator is minus 5, denominator is 2. Then result will be minus 2. Just now we have learned that either numerator or denominator has different sign, then result will be negative. If both numerator and denominator has same sign, either positive or negative, then result will be positive. But here we can clearly see that numerator has negative sign, denominator has positive sign, hence result is negative. Let's understand one with one practical example. This is our code blue screen, or we can say developer screen, where we write code, or we can say IDE where we write code. And here is the name of the program, arithmetic operator. Now let's write the code. Hash include stdio dot h, hash include conio dot h. Now main function with return type void. Here block of the main function. In block of main function we are declaring two variables, integer a and integer b. Now assigning value a is equals to minus 5 semicolon, b assigning value to b variable, that is 2. I'm sorry, numerator is positive, denominator is negative in our example. Now we are declaring one more variable, result. Now we are making use of printf function. Here percentage d divided by percentage d is equals to percentage d. Let's see here. First I will take variable a, then I will take variable b, and then we will take result of 5 divided by minus 2. Now end of the statement. Before executing the code, we will have to make use of two things. One is clrscr to clear previous programs output, then get ch to hold console till pressing any key. Here now our program is ready. Let's save the code, let's compile the code, and let's execute the code. Here is our output. 5 divided by minus 2 is equals to minus 2. Our result is negative. Now let's move on. Here we have another example. If numerator is positive and denominator is negative, then what will happen? Let's check the answer practically. I will make minimum changes in current example. I will take numerator negative and denominator positive. Here what is our numerator? Minus a, which is variable a, and what is our denominator? Denominator is b, which is 2. So minus 5 divided by 2. Numerator is negative, denominator is positive. Now let's check the output. Let's save the code, compile the code, and execute the code. Here is the output. Minus 5 divided by plus 2 is equals to minus 2. Now let's take one more example. Let's make both numerator and denominator negative value. Then what will happen? Here our numerator is minus 5, denominator is minus 2. Now our answer has to be positive. Let's check. Let's save the code, compile the code, and execute the code. Here we go. Minus 5 divided by minus 2 is equals to 2. Now let's make both numerator and denominator positive value. Let's check. Let's save the code, compile the code, and execute the code. Our numerator is plus 5, denominator is plus 5, hence answer is also plus 2. We have seen multiple examples. Now let's move on. Let's understand modulo operator, nothing but remainder of division. Modulo operator returns remainder after division. Now after an integer division gives remainder, let me explain, let me repeat once again. After an integer division gives remainder, if numerator, nothing but dividend, is smaller than denominator, nothing but divisor, then dividend is the answer. If numerator is negative, then result is also negative. If numerator is positive, then result will be positive. Now let's see few examples. Here small changes is required. Here -5 modulo 2, 5 modulo -2, -5 modulo -2. Answers are -1, 1 and -1. Let's check the examples with practically on our IDE. Here we have two variables, integer a, integer b, with value 5 and 2 respectively. Now what we are going to change, instead of division sign we are going to take modulo operator. Okay, now here instead of division I will take modulo operator, and initially we will give numerator negative value which is -5. Now let's save the code, compile the code and execute the code. Here one mistake we have done, we have to take one more modulo operator function 2 and alt F9 and function control F9. Here is the output, -5 modulo 2. So here numerator is negative value, that's the reason our result is negative. Here -1 is remainder. Okay, now let's make few changes. What we will do this time, let's keep a value positive and b value negative. Now what will happen, our numerator will be positive and denominator will be negative. So let's compile the code, let's save the code, compile the code and execute the code. Here it is, numerator is 5 and denominator is -2. When we perform when we perform remainder division, then we get 1 as a result. 1 is remainder, as numerator sign is plus, hence the value of the sign of result is also plus. Now let's check one more last example on this operator, modulo operator. Let's keep both numerator and denominator negative value. Okay, here save the code, compile the code and execute the code. Here it is, numerator and denominator both are negative. 5 -5 modulo -2, remainder of division. So 1 is the result, but our numerator sign is negative, hence sign of result is also negative. Now let's move on. In both C and C++, we cannot perform floating point modulus with modulo operator. If we observe first bullet point, I will read that bullet point. First bullet point, after an integer division gives remainder. So it means in C and C++ we cannot perform floating point modulus operation with percentage operator or modulo operator. In both C and C++, to perform floating point modulus operator we need use of fmod function, means floating point modulus. Now prototype Nothing but function declaration of fmod function is in math.h header file. Note, in fmod function, given value is either float or integer, but answer will be floating point value only. So if we are using fmod function whose prototype is math, whose prototype is in math.h header file, then if instead of giving floating point value, if we pass integer value, then also answer will be floating point value only. Let's understand with example. First and most important thing, hash include math.h. Now integer a and integer b, two variables are here. Now what I will do, 5.0 and 2.0. so here I need to make changes, float a, and here I need to make changes, float b. Okay, now our a and b are floating point values. Okay, perfect. Now result also float. Why? Because we are going to make use of fmod function. So what we will do here, fmod a comma b is equals to result. Now let's check the output. Printf, for floating point we have type conversion character %f. So here we will use %f, and answer also will be %f. So here floating point value 5.0 will be numerator and floating point value 2.0 will be denominator, and we are going to perform modulo operation. Let's check the output. Function F2 to save, function Alt F9 to compile, one warning and two errors. What are those? Here float a, okay, my mistake, semicolon is missing, and here one semicolon is missing. Now let's save the code, let's compile the code, let's execute the code. Here is the output. Floating point value 5.0 modulo 2.0, value will be floating point value, that is 1.0. Why these extra zeros are coming? These are by default from C programming language. We will get 6 zeros after floating point. Okay, so in this way, in C and C++, for floating point value modulo operation, we make use of fmod function. If values are integer, then we can simply make use of percentile symbol, or we can say percentile operator, or we can say modulo operator. Now note, in arithmetic operator we follow BODMAS rule to determine priority of operators. In arithmetic operator we follow BODMAS rule to determine priority of operators. Priority of arithmetic operators are as follow: bracket, nothing but order, or exponential, or we can say power. So first, round bracket and order, nothing but power, will have first priority, then division and multiplication, then addition and subtraction. Now if operators which are having same priority comes one after another in sequence, then we will check associativity rule. What associativity rule means? If both operators are having same priority, then which one will be executed first? For that we have one point: operator associativity will be from left to right. It means that the operator which comes first will be evaluated first, and so on. Bracket is used to change execution order in expression. Here is note why we use bracket. Bracket is always having first priority than any other operator, whether it is power also. If bracket and power, or we can say order, these two operators comes together in sequence, then in any situation bracket operator will have first priority, then only power operator will get executed. That's it in this session. Let's meet in another session. Thank you.